Good time zone chat. Purposeful microphones now. Hello. Let's get some purposeful camera framing. This need for a camera reset is why the mic was hot. It was a restart happened and my mic wasn't on my desk because I took it off for some non-microphone work this past couple days, and then not having that red light in my face made me completely forget about my mic entirely. That's how my brain works. Let's see. All right, that'll do. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Friday. I'm going to do chat gauntlet. Let's see, I'm going to go get my table info, and in doing so, I'll see who the lineup is this week. Aha. Shen, Saitama, Lionbug, Timber, Papaget, Alexis, and Ski. Right on. Looking forward to it. Also get myself to the table here. Great. All right, quick rundown and some hellos, and we'll get going pretty quick here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I don't know if we have any Ukrainian friends here, but I hope everybody stays safe as can be. Yeah, Tuesday, is world is crazy. It's like there's just this handful of people that just determine the fates of millions, and one of them is a desperate dictator in Russia. Greetings, David. What's up, Mama? Happy Gauntlet Day to you. Hey, Rob. JC. Clover's here. Welcome. Yeah. I played no Magic of any kind yesterday. Well, it depends on what you call playing Magic. I certainly touched a lot of Magic cards. Resonator with some snow. We actually had some snow here after Seattle's notorious, the Pacific Northwest is notorious for sometimes multiple faux springs, just some patch of weather between January and like mid-April that makes you feel like you've done it, you've gotten through the winter, and then the hammer comes down. So we've had a couple of patches of spring-like weather here, but then we've been smacked down by snow again. Nothing significant, but legit snow. Certainly cold. Yeah, Tron, don't you like? Tron says my opponent keeps putting ninjas on top of their library from graveyard with a 3/3 kami. Wish I could tell them after this game, which also is kind of a self-own in terms of how your game is going, because you've got an opponent who is in multiple times in the same game made a value mistake with a 5-drop. So can't be going great for you. How great is it going for you? Unless you're like a long game control deck and this is all part of the plan, I guess. Okay, so you have an inevitability deck. An inevitability deck doesn't really care, but yes, if you're any kind of aggro or mid range, you're like, maybe this isn't good. And yeah, that was blessing and a curse of the lack of chat, which is to say text-based communication with your opponents, where Magic Online has that and Arena does not, and there are pros and cons with each. The level of toxicity you can experience on Magic Online when people can use a keyboard to form actual sentences to throw in your face is intense. It can be really bad, but it's also produced some of my online friends. I'm not much on that community anymore, but in the early mid-aughts, a deep part of my day-to-day social community were my friends in my Magic Online clan. And I only met those people because we started chatting mid-game with English language sentences and found that we liked each other, right? So it's a way to also discover positive social engagement. And I generally think that if you can pull it off and you're a PC game, especially where you have, you're expecting people to have keyboards, I like full chat if you are balancing it with tools for easy reporting, and easy reporting such that trolls and Die of Cancer and the Fire types are dissuaded from even going in that direction because they just know it is so easy to report them and get them to stop doing that, right? So if there were better controls for policing that type of behavior, then I'm far more in favor of chat-based solutions for games in which you expect your players to be at keyboards. And then you give people like Gara keyboard and they shame you for talking. All right, where is it? Where's my, let's see, let's go with, I have to go to my command board for this one. It's not in my buttons.
Oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god,
Sweet,
blah, blah,
sweet
blah.
channel points.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, Operation blah, blah, blah.
You're just impatient. You just can't wait for the exciting Magic Draft action. And we're going to get there. Here we go. I think I'm at the bottom of the chat anyway. Yeah. Let's tackle that problem, though, right? I would like to tackle the problem of how we nuance and refine our reporting and problematic community behavior. Like, hey, the solutions aren't working quite right, or we need but at least work on the solution. One of the problems Magic Online did for a little bit, it was always hard to prioritize that particular thing. But we did get some reporting tools in place, and you can report behavior on Magic Online and everything, but not with a smoothness that you would like to really make it a great system. I refunded you, Rob. He did a redemption that I missed, and I was deep in the stream, and I just actually refunded your channel points. So sit the hell down, son. Well, I've got lots of clicks with which to reimburse channel points, Gar. All right. I want to draft anyway. This set's been pretty fun. I'm still way behind the community, I think. I don't know how many reps I have now. We looked at my 17 lands data last time. I'm under 20, definitely over 10 drafts, but definitely under 20, I think. So somewhere in that range. Still have some archetypes I've never tried, and still have some rares and mythics that surprise me having never seen them. I haven't listened to the LR Rare Mythic Set Review show, nor have I poured over the set list. So it's kind of funny that I'm at this point in the format. I'm still occasionally seeing it. Oh, what's this? I've not seen this card before. It's kind of fun. I hope I stole them. That would be cool, Rob. All right. Let me just do... Well, here I see that my habit is transitions, but I don't need to set up a specific transition anymore. We're already talking to our YouTube friends. What's up, gang? So let's just get on it. All right. Bottom of chat. Ready to go. I'm going to hop over to left monitor, and we have a nice lineup of folks ready to go. So here we go to there. Boom. mtgadraft.tk is where we draft the gauntlets, and it's a place you can draft for free and then export your decks to Arena and use the friend challenge system to play. There are several 2-player draft options you can take advantage of, so you don't even need 7 others. You can pull it off with 1 other. If you have something awkward like 5, you could even insert a couple of bots. It'd not be ideal, but if you really wanted to do an 8-player pod, throw a couple bots in the pod with you, and it wouldn't be unacceptable. But why do that? You can just join the Going Optimal Discord and find a community ready to draft with you. Oh, are we doing sealed? That's right. Sorry, my bad. I was saying draft, but the Arena Open is tomorrow, so we're doing sealed today. So it's a sealed deck build. Cool. Let's look at our rares. How do I sort? Where's my sorting? Here we go. I'm going to sort by rarity. Cool. You got there, Tron? Yeah, that's interesting. You do wish you could just reach out and help that person. Looks like we got some black here. What's going on with these? Nashi, Moon Sage's Scion, 1 black for a 3/2 with ninjutsu for 4. And when it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of each player's library. Until end of turn, you may play 1 of those cards. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Wow! That seems good. Because a lot of times you're desperate, you really want to land or you really want action, and when you get the choice of 2, you're just I can see how this is a fun little commander action here as well with each player. I always take a note of that as a designer brain, not target opponent's library, it's each player's. So in a bigger game, you get even more to work with. It does make me want to see if there's life gain if we run it, but cool card. Again, speaking of cards I've never seen this card before. Never seen any of these mythics. Mythics are the ones that keep surprising me here. Oh, maybe I've seen this one. No, I've seen other dragons in this cycle, but I haven't seen the blue one. Thor, I'm going to go through all the cards. If you're ahead of me, sorry, you're just going to have to drum your fingers while I catch up. 6/6 flying. Flying ward 3. When it dies, return any number of target non-land permanents total amount value 6 or less to their owner's hands. So you get to do a big bounce of your opponent's stuff, or you mill 6, then return up to 2 instant or sorcery cards from graveyard to your hand. Maybe I have seen this. That feels familiar. I feel like we've seen this. But it does seem great, especially for sealed. Top end, where you're expecting to get to 6 and expecting to need to compete on the bomb front. This is a 10 mana card. I doubt it's 10 mana, though. Things rarely are. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. This spell costs 1 less to cast. Okay, so it's got Convoke, and it deals 10 damage to any target. Convoke, 10 damage to any target. Oh, actually, I think I did get to this far in this LR set review. Luis and Marshall talked about this one. Yeah, feels like... 7 mana isn't unrealistic. It's, hey, in Sealed, I expect by the end game we'll get to, 7. So you just need 3 creatures and 7 lands, or 7 mana, and then you can fire off 10 damage. That seems pretty good. All these have seemed pretty good, but they're all double colored, so I don't know if we're playing. I doubt we're playing all these. We got to figure out what else we're doing. So let's check the rares. More black here. Soul Ripper, have I seen this? Sacrifice when it's equipped. Vehicles. Whenever this attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this, and it gains menace until end of turn. So you really need to be... seems like a build around, right? I don't know how... I'm super excited for a Crew 2 4/3 for 2. Although it's not ridiculous, but Crew 2, it's the equip cost, right? Is it fine though, Tron? I don't think that's fine. Because we're getting an upgrade of 2 power for that, right? I need to put 2 power into this to get 2 power up to 4 power. I'm not super impressed with Crew 2 plus that only bumps my power by 2. As a baseline, and then because we're discussing whether or not that's fine, I'm not sure that's fine. It doesn't feel fine to me. Then, yeah, technically it's a 2-drop, but 2-drops that don't impact the board immediately have a cost. It doesn't block. You can certainly attack with this on turn 3 with the right sequencing, but it doesn't block. But Biting Palm Ninja, let's talk this one. This is just solid. This is good. This Biting Palm Ninja plus the Scion makes me want to play black at least. But yeah, if I have spare artifacts to toss into this thing, that seems solid. What's this thing? Oh, this was bad, right? Yeah, you need doubles. I don't think we're ever doing that. So probably some form of Grixis just based on our rares. I respect what Explosive Singularity is doing, but I like what I'm seeing from blue-black better. If I had to pair black with something based on just the mythics alone, I would do it with the Swirling Sky. Now, let's look at uncommons. Couple of blue shrines, the replication specialist that copies artifacts. This likes to have a lot of artifacts. If there's artifact production, maybe we'll get there, because we do have some artifact synergies going on, and then I don't know if that's going to work for or against us. That I find myself not running these because usually it's just too hard to build around, especially in sealed, but we'll see. Rabbit Battery is great. There's some pretty good depth in red at uncommon. Rabbit Battery is good. Ronin, if you're doing ETB artifacts, has been good in my experience. I like Tempered in Solitude. I don't know how much modification we're going to be doing, but Battery helps with that on some level. Seismic Wave can do some stuff. General recasting artifacts, so doing those. Now we're talking loops, right? I like this rare vehicle a lot more if I'm recasting stuff with this thing. So right now, the red is now pulled ahead based on, like, I think this red looks a lot better than this blue. So let's keep going, though. I don't think we're doing the green. This is the courtyard automaton. This is great in the heavy artifact decks, which looks like we might be heading towards. And I also feel that way about this thing. If it lives, it can take over games. Kind of becomes must kill, especially in a drawn out sealed style game. So this is definitely going in the deck almost no matter what. I almost just want to ignore the white, and maybe there's a world in which I'm missing some white I'm supposed to be paying attention here too, but I think we just follow our rares, and I'm wondering if I can filter out the white even. But let's take a look at, see if blue makes a comeback off of commons. Short circuit, just okay. Modern age, solid. A lot of people would say great here. I'll say good plus. Maybe I need to still come up higher on it. I just and in sealed, I think this is going to be great. So like, I think this is great in sealed because it is a step slower, and this is the kind of thing that you would want in that, and you can extract long game value from it by returning it, and so a longer game gives you more time to leverage this a second time. You know, to be replaying your sagas with ninjutsu and stuff. So. Protocol, counterspell, sphere, drawn cards, artifact style is all right. Couple of puzzle makers, 3 suit ups. That's a little excessive, but I like the card. Moon Snare Specialist is good. Tamiyo's Completion Interaction. So this blue looks pretty good. Black, that's weak removal. That's great. And then couple of shakedowns is not great, and Trips Shadow Walker filling out the black commons is like, what is with these packs? Weird. Does that take us off of black to be this poor on black playables? Well, let's check. I mean, I was liking red after the uncommons. Let's see if commons help it some more. Simian Sling doubled with the artifact plan. Synthesizer on the artifact plan, couple of shocks that don't mind having some synthesizers to sack. Explosive Entry is going to find a target probably. I don't love main decking this, but I might here. Peerless Samurai is okay. Double Ogre okay. It's all just okay. And then artifacts. Apprentice, Artificer, yeah, maybe we're just going to go hard in the artifact direction here. Yeah, this doesn't look great, does it? Right? Like, but it's got some top end that's fine. I think it's, I think I'm on, am I on red, blue? Let's cut the white and the green and take, just, oops, stare at our Grixis for a bit. Yeah, let's check lands too. We've got green. We got Gruul and Is It. So Is It is a argument for at least it's a consideration for splashing too. If we wanted to splash, so we do have where is it, the Terrarium. So with Swiftwater Cliffs and Terrarium, you could make a case for that. But let me. Again, I think we're in Grixis land. Maybe there's a green splash, but we'll just remember we have that Gruul land possibly. All right, now let's take a look at this. Oops, and in curve view. What are you liking to splash, Thor? What did you see in the green that compels you to want to splash there? Yeah, we could just do this only hats, or Tron calling out that the ninjutsu here is only a single black. But yeah, that's a bummer. I figured we were dead set that we would be black, but what I'm looking at here is blue-red. I'm going to give blue-red a try. I'm going to start there. Let me start with the blue-red build, see what it looks like, but obviously we have other places to go with the black as well. Maybe it's like we're heavy red, light black, and that's what we're doing. Don't think we want the shrines. Oh, this is a lot of stuff. Quite the, man, if we just had a little more payoff for the artifact game, look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 legit playable 1-drops. Probably don't need 2 slings. Maybe this Iron Apprentice isn't good enough. But I kind of like, and maybe again, it's like we've got, I mean, maybe Ronin does work with this one. I mean, this is a combo. Really, short circuit's not that great. Are we throwing counters around? We have equipment we're throwing around, so I think the Renegade can play. I don't think I want that. Cutting that. I don't want that. Not doing the shrine thing. No. Yeah, we can do Reality Heist. That's for this deck. We can do Specialist. That's for this deck. Puppet, no. Yes. I don't think we can run all this. Is this a Brute? Now, Brute Suit is 1 crew 1. It's got the Vigilance, and we do have these Puzzle Makers. I like the Brute Suit in an artifact situation with a bunch of 1s. Like, the Puzzle Makers are just born to crew 1 vehicles, right? But I don't know if we're even in that territory. So many cuts to make, like probably just got to cut that because, you know, how's it going to fit? These suit ups are they're good, but I can't see running 3 if one. Heist, which one is the heist? I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, Reality Heist. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, if you're expecting to have 3 artifacts on board, and that at instant speed you can look at the top 7 and put them in and put 2 artifacts in your hand. I mean, it depends on your density, but like if you are, I guess maybe you need to have good things to get. So maybe we could still cut this, but I think if you like your artifacts, and especially if you're like, okay, let's add another one. If it was 3 mana. And let's see, 7. So in a 40 Carter, you need be about 1/3 artifacts to make sure you're going to get 2. Is that? Anyway, you can try it. Maybe we'll experiment if we feel like we have the density. And this is what's making me want to think, you know, just cut stuff that's not. And like if you're not an artifact, you need to really be doing something strong. Yeah, I guess I do too, Tron. If it were truly just draw cards or, you know, choose any 2, well, that would be rare, right? Then we're in like the territory of some of those effects we've seen. Fate Reforged had one, you know, or was it Dragon? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, back to this here. Oh, puppet. Yeah, I want to get rid of these puppets. Yeah, that's the thing. If we don't have what I'm noticing is that like we don't have much to fetch. We don't find anything at a top end. We're not like reality heisting and finding a swirling sky. In fact, what we might do is reality heist, see the swirling sky and wave it goodbye. I'm not that's results oriented. We could just as easily remove 7 cards that are between us and the swirling sky we want to draw. But the point is, it's not getting us. It's not ever going to be a cha-ching. It's going to be, okay, we got a 2-for-1. Yeah, let's cut it. We need to find cuts anyway. We need to find cuts. Terminal can go because of that as well. Maybe I just need to give up on the suit up. I kind of like, especially with like puzzle makers, I would want to do it, but it's we have 2 surges, a seismic wave, and a singularity and some other interaction. And we do have a completion. So there's like a lot of interaction we have that would justify cutting it. And I really think we need to be looking at our non-artifacts for cuts if we can. Although I think I got to let this Iron Apprentice go. I don't think this quite does enough. And yeah, we could cut the Brute Suit. I've been clinging to it, but I think we cut that. And maybe I'm putting non-artifacts that maybe aren't good enough here. Like I could just go boom, boom, and then we basically have a deck. And I have not many creatures here. That's a concern. Especially if I'm going heavy into these like equipment style. Maybe I need to bring a creature back. Samurai, but that's not even an artifact, although that... It's not like I cut a bunch of creatures. I could put the Renegade back. Well, it's more fine and sealed, at least. So then I'm inclined to lose one of these artifact 3s. 2 puzzle makers. The puzzle makers and the ogres are fine, but not great. Yeah, we have 1 extra creature because of the modern age. And I'm not too concerned as long as, you know, if you have card draw makes up for some creature deficiencies. But this is so close. Let's just make a cut and go here. Again, I'm inclined either to even just let this sling go, or again, the ogre or the puzzle maker. So I'm nominating these 3. I'll put the Renegade on the list too. I'm not too concerned about exact creature count. So if we just don't think, you know, what is this really doing? Like, we really need to equip something before this is any good. We don't have a ton of throwing counters around. So I'll go pull just 25 seconds here. Are we cutting Ogre? Are we cutting Renegade? Are we cutting Puzzle? Or Other? And if you say Other, give me your nomination, please. Oh, I meant, well, I guess we'll call Other Sling, because I forgot the Sling. So if you were a Sling voter, you can vote Other. Ogre might be correct just because we're not super aggro here. We're trying to win off of Explosive Singularity and Swirling Skies, which means, you know, making 1 creature unable to block somewhere in mid-game is not a huge piece of the puzzle. Looks like Chad agrees. All right, I'm cool with that. We'll cut it and do a simple export here. Let me change the title for what it's worth here. There we go. A little more accurate now. Upgrade the sleeves before I forget. Don't want to get in debt with Mama. It's a crime that I don't have spirited companions, apparently. I just have never successfully drafted them. I've not been white much, and I've apparently never had a spirited companion. Kind of presumed 16 was going to be okay with best of one and an artificer being a quasi mana, although it's not mana for our top end. So maybe I'm being greedy by going for 16 here, but we also do have like experimental synthesizer, and we got some card flow and some looting. I think it's a little greedy, but I'm going to go ahead and be a little greedy here. It's true. You got me, Aurora. It is a mana for singularity. Although it'd be cool if it were double, right? Can't really do that with Convoke, though. It's not like Llanowar Elves produce 2 mana in a Convoke deck. All right. How about... Well, you know, there was a discussion today on... or in Magic Twitterverse about lands and how they read from across a table based on the color that's in the art, because there's a swamp, Kamigawa Swamp, that has a red lantern at the top and has a red hue to the card because of the red lantern that has a lot of people reacting to it as though it is a mountain. And I thought of it because somebody called out, you know, that's why Avon's Unhinged are the best. Because and it's truly one of the reasons. I mean, I love these lands; they're my favorite basics. And besides being just gorgeous art, because Avon's amazing, they are stunningly easy to see. They read so clearly as what they are from anywhere at the table that I really like that. And I want to wag a finger at the Magic community. The portion of the Magic community who feels the need to respond to something like, this swamp reads like a mountain to me because of the red in it. If you respond to that with effectively, well, you're dumb because there's a black mana symbol there. You're dumb because you don't read cards. You're dumb because you know, it's on you to check. And here's my bulleted point list of your dumbness because you didn't get that was a swamp and not a mountain. Wow, am I glad you're not in charge of any of the games that I love, because that is such a terrible attitude. To say that problem you're having that I don't have is therefore not a problem. And that can't be the mentality you have when making games. Feedback of this hurts, feedback of I'm confused is precious cargo in game making. You use that to try and be better next time, and to take things into account, and you know, to just well, the customer's wrong here. If you got this wrong, it's your dumb brain. It's not the game makers. It's like, no, it is the game makers. They're allowed to make some mistakes, though. They're allowed to have some misses and learn from them. But man, to pile onto someone for sharing how a situation is confusing for them does not help the situation. But that's a subset of the Magic community and a subset of the Magic community Twitterverse that gets pretty toxic and has a lot of know-it-alls, a lot of people who know everything. It's funny. He's trying to make me a 60 card deck or something. Am I not on? No, I'm unlimited. So you want to hear more? Let's see. We've got. Well, good. I'm glad I'm not the slowest. We got to name this beast anyway. Just the facts. I think I've probably made this joke before. Yeah, I'm sure we've made the just the facts joke before, so I got to come up with new material. But we can still make the fact joke, but just the facts has already been done. Like, factual's fine. But I'll do this. It should be... This belongs to... Yeah, this is a weird deck. Doesn't seem great, but seems like it has some possibility. Right on. Shen is playing from some other part of the globe. Let's see. I can bring up... Let's do some 17 lands poking around. Mama wants to check the store. Shocking. We can, let's see. Here's a draft. Let's take a look at this draft I did. Hold on, I gotta hop over here. And I'll go like this. Yeah, I gotta own up to an off-air draft here and see what terrible mistakes I might have made. So I started with Eater of Virtue. I think we did that recently. Or is this... No, this was the one we did together, right? We already did this one. Let me find one that I didn't do with you. I think it was... Here, let's look at this. Let's look at this red-blue one. How did I get into this one? The deck, the draft I was just looking at is the one I started on Wednesday, and that will finish today potentially. That's the plan. So I took this vehicle, felt worth it to me, even though it was pretty hard to make it something other than a 4-3 flyer. With Crew 1, 4-3 flying felt good enough. It just felt, you know, there's that suit at the white. White has that suit at common that's a 3-2 flying Crew 1 for 3. And the extra +1/+1, while maybe not a rare bump, certainly felt like it was a playable bump. You know, made it playable, whereas I don't love the suit. So I started there and didn't have much else going on. You know, not a lot. Arrest for some removal. Specialist good, couple of good ninjas, but felt like I could start there and see how it went. Here, I'll take and show picks off so you can decide. But I just followed with the specialist. This was me somewhat ducking red. Like I feel like I've been trying to. I feel like I play red a bunch, so I didn't, and I've been maybe overvaluing surge because it doesn't. If you're not sacking artifacts, it does run out of targets eventually. So yeah, I didn't want to prioritize it there. What else is good? And you know, it felt pretty clean to me to follow with the specialist here. Let's see, pack 3. Leech Gauntlet is good. Beetle is good. And that's what jumped out at me, especially with a ninja in the pile. So I think I took the Gauntlet. Yeah. And then Bronze Plate is solid. Kami seems solid, but hey, I've taken a black card. Now we got a Twisted Embrace. Seems pretty clean to take the Twisted Embrace. Another Surge goes by. So it's looking like we're headed towards ninjas, and we even get a Technician, which with Gauntlet is totally legit. Ninjutsu and the Technician slam a Gauntlet. Love it, right? It's got to be that. And all right, so I'll now that I've teased this draft, I'm going to cruise through it a little quickly, and I'll show you the picks. So then I picked up the Crab, which I like quite a bit. Now we come around to pick 7. There's still a Surge here. I could have taken an Infiltrator. I think that would have been a fine pick. I could have just stuck to the black lane here, but pick 7 Volt Surge was like, okay, I think I'm going to hedge. Then I took a Suit Up, and maybe this was a mistake. I think I could have taken one of these black cards here, but I was thinking blue felt for sure and black less certain. So, although, anyway, so I went with the Suit Up there, but looking back, I don't like that pick. I think it should have been, I still should have hedged in the black direction there. And then Ronin comes back. Well, that's interesting. Synthesizer, there's not much else going on here, so and then there's just red again being wide open as it often is. Then I think this is what did it. I open a twin shot sniper, but then there's this ninja here. I don't know. It looks like I could have easily stuck with the ninja direction and had it work out for sure. But sniper, so good, right? And anyway, I think that's probably what really started pulling me in this direction. But then it has me doing things like 2-drop. I could have taken the boar here, but if I'm doing heavy artifact ETB, I do like this card, and I just wanted to shore up my 2s. Notice that we have none. Like, I think that the reason for this pick is that I like the boar more in the abstract 2-tron, but we're into pack 2 with literal 0 2-drops, and that really concerned me. Like, did I consider it? I mean, at this point, it was too late, so no. I mean, I got pretty locked into my lane mind at this point, and also I was kind of excited, to be honest. I had never played blue-red before, and so I was happy to have an excuse to try this archetype. And it just, as you see, like, red just seemed wide open to me, and I think, as you'll see, like, it did play out that way, that it was pretty darn open. But as you can also see, if I had stuck to the black lane, it also would have worked out fine. So now just kind of cruising through to show you the rest of the draft, to not leave you hanging on how it went. Then we've got an Assassin's Ink. So yeah, the black path in this draft would have been fine. But with the artifact leaning here, I liked the bot. Modern Age over not much. I picked up that. That felt good, even though these would have also been fine looking for wheels there. Scrap Welder, this still... I'm not sure I ever activated this. I went 6-3 with the deck, but I'm not sure I ever sacrificed an artifact to put one back. It was... But I took it because it felt like it was at least in the lane. You know, I was like, well, if this has got to be the deck for it, right? But really, I probably should have just picked up a Thirst for more card draw or a Bore. That would have been fine too. Like, I think these would have been better picks in the end. I went with a 2-drop artifact over... I like Kumano a lot, but went with the artifact pick here. A little fixing. This was a nice payoff for what we were doing. Took it over another artifact 2. Got the Bore. Acceptable artifact, if not great. Ogre was what I was thinking I would be successfully bringing back in with the Welder, but that never really happened. Not that late. Yeah, I think probably in hindsight the black deck, some sort of form of black deck would have been more powerful. But if you want to check out any of the games, see how it went, you can see. I started 3-1, and then I was at 6-1 and did the double loss at 6-1, which was kind of a bummer. But that's how it goes sometimes. All right, back up here. Shen's ready. Little free draft there. Maybe you'll just see how lazy I am. I mean, there's just all sorts of different reasons I end up not being on my game playing by myself too. Because usually when I'm playing by myself, I'm multitasking. I've gotten to the point where I can scan cards and check. If I've got cards I want to scan, I can scan and play, but it does distract me. All sorts of excuses. However, no excuses now. I'm just going to get to it. All right, Shen. Good luck. There. Did you do a restart? I have no Discord up right now. I guess I can put it... I still have to figure out what's going on with my Discord app, which won't open right now. But I can access it online. Okay, restarting. Yeah, Tron, that is kind of sick, you know. Tron just rolls out of bed and lands in day 2. That's how he does it. Nothing to cycle here. We got trip 750s. The Karsten's calculated the value out through day 2, Alexis, and it's better than you think. But it's just, you got to spike it, right? It's a value spew. It's a, what's the word for it? Like, you can show me that the lottery is net positive right now, right? That if I buy a lottery ticket, the prize is so big that my $1 is actually looks to be net positive in the math of it. But so even though it's an EV positive bet, and in fact there are organizations that have bought out lotteries when arbitrage opportunities like that show up. But for the average day-to-day person, it doesn't mean that you're going to buy a $1 lottery ticket and get $1.03. It means you're going to lose $1. That's what's going to happen. You're still going to lose $1. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep this. Couple of removals, something to do on 3. Ooh, now something to do on 2. So even though so that's the type of, so Karsten did the work out, the work, oh, so beautiful. Should have sent.
They should have sent the poet.
So Karsten showed that it has that kind of lottery equity. Like, it's actually not bad if you do the math all the way out, but at the end of the day, you're still likely to go away empty-handed. In terms of the percentage chance of outcome for you, you go away with nothing. But those handful of times, rare times that you spike it, it does make up for the nothings. But also, it's Alexis, another great reason to multi-account is that you do build up the resources across multiple accounts so that it's not a value spew. It's actually a way for me to turn all of the free gems and gold that I acquire into US dollars. Now, it might be hard to do, but it's an option. Like, it's a thing that could happen. But yeah, day 2 is an ask, so you gotta love it. It's gotta be like what you want to do for fun. This is fun. If you think it's work, don't do it. All this open mana is a little scary. Maybe I should open on Modern Age here, but the thing is, I like everything going on in the hand. I want the mana, I want the removal, I want the 4-drop, I want the 5-drop, so I'm inclined to attack and then drop the 4-drop. No need to do it pre-combat, as there is no recasting of anything that's going to happen. Oh. Instant speed Planeswalkers, welcome to the set, Ryan. What is this? Okay, as long as it enters the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities in any kind of instant. Okay, so 3 loyalty. And what she's going to do is probably create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance to trade off. If she does that, we can pick it off. Put a +1/+1. Yeah, no other creatures. Exile target tap creatures. Might go for exile target tap creature. Voltage Surge hits Planeswalkers. So no matter what, this is the last turn for this Planeswalker, but we're going to see Shen gets first chance to... Oh, it's our turn, though. Do we get priority? How does that work? I don't even know. I don't know Magic rules. I've only been playing for 25 plus years or whatever. Let's see. Let's find out. Oh, right, because it's instant speed loyalty as well. So I can do this. Oh, but I didn't get priority. Shen got priority. Unless, did I need to hold it? Maybe I didn't hold it there. Is that what happened? Huh. So here now we can decide, and not that I would have done anything. I was just curious how it all functioned. Now I got to decide whether I want to take out this blocker. Could also just accept... Well, if I see how blocks go, the thing is, what I expect is that... well, that's true. Maybe Shen tries to eat the 1/1. I just don't think that is how I would do it. And if Shen does what I would do, which is happily trade the 2/2 for the automaton before it gets bigger. Also, Shen could activate the 3/4 though, right? So I got to watch out for that. Yeah, sorry, Alexis just called that out as I saw it. So then I guess we have to. It's the crewing that's going to make me wait here. I think if the vehicle wasn't there, I think I'd probably just make a decision. But the crew makes me want to pass priority. Yeah, so we just kind of had to accept this, and we'll take this trade and then pick off the Planeswalker and call it a 2-for-1 to get rid of a Planeswalker and feel that that's okay. And then we also can play the Modern Age as well. And if I'm going to do that, I suppose we start with the Modern Age, because it is going to rummage or loot, so let's see what we loot. I think I'm just going to pitch this and we try to cast it off of Yamazaki. Also don't want to miss the land drop.
See you later.
This unit has performed well for me, too. I haven't played a lot of white, but I have had the recovery unit, and it's been good for me. All right, now we can go... Well, let's see. We don't get the... we don't have a... Currently have a warrior samurai out to trigger this with. Are we supposed to play this instead because of that? Flying 3/4. Maybe we draw something that allows us to actually trigger this next turn. But if we play this, then we can attack with this next turn and try to work and get the automaton back, that kind of thing. 3/3 does okay here, but just gets blocked by the 3/4. So I don't love that. I'm going to go with a specialist, given that I don't think I'm going to have attacks into the 3/4 next turn. Uh-oh, dead specialist. Wow, salute Shen, that's a great play. I've only ever gotten 2 damage from this thing. That's the first time I've seen it do more than a shock. Nah, not jumping yet. And I guess I'm not blocking with this right now, so I'll ship it. Although blocking with it does give us a chance to recast it, potentially. Maybe I'm supposed to threaten a chump there. I'll keep it back. Certainly 1 damage to Shen isn't the relevant point here. Yeah, sealed as a gauntlet affair when my hair was on the line almost felt like I didn't want to do it, just because sealed is super swingy. If you get a crap pool, it's like in a draft in the same pod, a crap set of packs in a pod is gonna balance out across the table a bit. But if you get a crap sealed pool against a table full of good sealed pools, you could drop 7 games like nothing. But yeah, this is not looking good. So how do we not lose the game? I mean, my big right now we take 5. We can't trade for that, so we can't blog it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's go get that updated. It's way too inaccurate. It's from Wednesday. That certainly doesn't help. Nor does this. If this were a samurai or warrior, we'd be in biz. As it is, we're gonna take another 5, assuming the same attack happens. But I guess technically we're mostly.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
But you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna save some typing, and I'm not gonna update the 1. If I can turn this around and I have to update that record again, that'll be amazing. Well, it's a start. It's a start. Trouble is, it's not a finish. This can get crude, get this back, and start the chain all over again. But there's not really anything else to do. And I'll do it now. This will get the samurai and not the naturalist, but make him do it. Oh, maybe they have more reason to want to keep the samurai. The samurai creature type is relevant, of course, or maybe Shen just wants to protect something else. Doesn't care too much about this right now. We are in double block to chump mode. I have no idea how we win from here. Not sure it's possible. It's one thing to chump, it's another thing to double chump. God. Yeah, sad sack.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Good one, Shen. Nice deck. Yeah, it's a little floody, but not even that much. Like, if it felt like Flood was the reason I lost the game, I'd play the meme. But it almost feels... it's like, let's not pretend this was a Flood issue. Yes. Was that... Maybe that was the right line to have any prayer or Aurora. I was wondering if I was supposed to hold the knife wielder up and then block and chuck, but somehow I was thinking I wanted to make it harder to crew vehicles, like that if I took them off of a... Because also, Aurora, we got the hindsight of additional power coming down to actually to crew the 5-5. Ostensibly, we could stop them from crewing the 5-5 by killing the 2-2. But all Shen needed was another 2-2, so it was unlikely, but it was kind of in play like they don't have it mode. Yeah, it was a great start from Shen that we just could not keep up with in any way, shape, or form. Flood or no flood. Next up, Saitama. I'll survive for more than one punch. Although, if Saitama ever beats me by dealing 20 all at once, I don't know what I gotta reward that somehow. That's like... That'd be hilarious. Still had all these, huh? Yeah, that was another aspect of Magic Online that it's like the Magic Online tries to replicate paper as much as possible historically. So you end up with all these little features on Magic Online like show my opponent my hand. You know, you can still have all these your opponents in Magic Online, and you can rabbit hunt, which is what you call seeking out, seeing what you were going to draw, right? Looking at the top of your deck or whatever. You can do that on Magic Online as well. They're not necessary features though, and if I were doing Magic Online over again from the ground up, I wouldn't include that stuff. It's just extra work that's not providing enough value, and it provides an axis for griefing and trolling. Still had all these, can be fun and funny, but it can be mean too. This is a bit of a mean opener, but with a sphere on 2 and the ability to sack to draw and being on the draw, I'm going to keep. Yeah, I never look. It has the potential to harm you and doesn't really have the potential to help you. Not really. Good draw of Mountain. We get to open on Sling. I mean, there's no, like, I don't know what does looking even do? What does that tell you? Yep, that's where that card was. So, like, what's that? It wasn't in your hand, so therefore it didn't matter. I don't know. Go ahead and drop a sphere here. Could bluff an attack into that. I'm not sure Saitama blocks a Simian Sling. And then we would be able to specialist or whatnot. But that's fancy play. I'm going to go ahead and tempered in solitude. And I do like assuming the top of your deck, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. So I revealed that I'm not going to attack here. Now we're going to get hit by the ninja and lose one of these cards. Probably well, it depends on how afraid of the singularity Saitama is, but not much we can do about it, so no attacks. You think it's going to be the ninjutsu'd? What do you mean? Oh, my ninja. Yeah. Sorry, I thought when you said you suspect the ninja will be gone, I was like, you think? What do you mean? Why would this be gone? I hear you now. So, yeah, I don't think you can worry too much about the singularity at this point. It's good info just to know that it's in my hand, and then you can play around that. I can't even cast it, so it doesn't seem appropriate to take the singularity. I would take the specialist because I assume that what they're going to do is attack and look to, like, I've got Sling with Tempered in Solitude unless they take the specialist, because I assume they're going to take the specialist and play a blocker. If they don't have a blocker, maybe they take something else, because then the Sling was going to get it done anyway. That's true. I don't really want to bounce the ninja, but I wasn't ever going to bounce the ninja. I was going to bounce this, right? It wasn't about bouncing the ninja. It was about bouncing whatever they were going to play to block. That being said, we still get our Solitude play, which is really what I wanted through the bounce anyway. So not the worst. We can go ahead and send in the Sling here and activate Solitude. And we'll go ahead and play that. Maybe even... I haven't played a land yet. If we want to gamble, we could play the Synthesizer and see if we find a land and we go land Puzzle Maker. The risk is Synthesizer doesn't find a land and we miss on half of the value here. It is pretty greedy, but I'm so greedy. Watch. We know I'm never punished. I gotta prove to chat that I'm never punished. Yeah, never punished. Except today. Except right now today. I did it just because it was making Alexis cringe. Yes, but you're on team. I like to watch good magic, and that hurt you a little bit. Exactly. There you go. Let's see. Plan out my turn here. And probably just as a solo attack with a puzzle maker first. Let's just start there. I could have equipped this, I suppose, but it doesn't get it through. It would get damage in, though, so maybe I should have equipped, but I want to keep all my mana in case of puzzle maker revelations. Oh, yeah, maybe I need to switch the scry. I need to order that more deliberately. It's actually good to switch that order. I just wasn't really paying attention, planning. We'll do it next time. Kind of worked out here. This is exactly what I would have done, is keep the mountain anyway, but good free lesson. I don't think we have outs in the deck. I mean, I'm just thinking we could crack this and draw, but then I need a 2-drop that solves the problem. We do have Seismic Wave. That's not going to get it done, though. Yeah, we don't have anything we can draw for 2 mana that stops this from happening, so we just got to let it go. Did I have another one? Yeah, I did have one more. Sorry, I did have another Voltage Surge. Yeah, I'm just going to replay this, or play this one. It's fine. Draw from this at end of turn. That's an enchantment. Okay, so we do get a almost 3 even. I'm gonna move the sling. Oh, it's 2. That's fine. Still gonna do it. Yeah, 2 mana up. What is that about? He's an essence capture. Could be. We're looking to do removal here more than anything anyway. Play the Ronin. I want wave up. I guess I could have played. I could have equipped this off of islands. Then I could have done that. Oh, did I even get a chance to order that? Do I need to go? Maybe I don't get a chance to order it. Maybe I don't get a chance to order it. Oh, I passed through it, but then I wouldn't get the single attack. Let's keep this. That feels good. Copy Ronins. Neat. I clicked through it. Okay, yeah, just have it. We get to play the general, though. We're gonna do that instead. Well, we could try. We're worried about essence capture. That's true. We could just let this go, but it's kind of free. You know, if they have essence capture, we're using a free card on it. So let's make them use their card on our free card. Yeah, the copies bounce themselves, but they do more triggering in what, right? They would trigger. Yeah, it looks like anything would have gotten countered, so wasn't just creatures. Not like we could have played around with seismic wave. All right, could have known that milling would have just sent that away. I always forget how Oppo mill affects my stacking of library. Now, yeah, not like I'm gonna bottom it, but it's just like it's at least I didn't even think about it, right? I just presumed that I was gonna draw this and started planning around it when I shouldn't have done that. We're going to go for the solo attack again. We can consider the Ronin play, but what does it get us? Now it doesn't get us what Haj liked anyway, which is a possible block from the ninja. So we're just going to send in the Solitude. We can still kill with wave. So, and I like the scry. Did I click through it again? I gotta, one of these days all I'm clicking is attack, though. Am I really clicking through that? I don't feel like it's offering. Darn it. Yeah, see, it's a setting. I clicked through it? Oh, man. All right. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. You want to keep that? Sure, it kills a ninja. Man, that's bad then, that I cannot get it in my brain to not make this mistake. I keep getting away with it, but it doesn't make it not right. All right, so now we got a lot we can do. We can do this if we want. I'm gonna go because we know that this is here for that. But we're gonna start rabbit battery. Yeah, I like so, but they can't do it now. The point is I can do this with the synth and actually cast this, which I'm gonna do. Like, I can get this too, but I'm gonna do this. We can cast a bunch of stuff here. I could equip and kill this now. If we just want to get this dead, we could do that. We could kill the ninja. I don't, you know, we've got plenty of, well, plenty. We got cards. Do you want to have the rabbit chuck? That probably makes more sense than playing an artificer that we don't really need. You like killing the flyer and trying to get in, keep getting in the air? Yeah. It's also, we are at 15 cards and this could mill us out. I like, yeah, that's fine. Let's kill it. Or try. We tried. I mean, they know about the singularity, so... That was just a swing all. We've all been there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus Ronin is nearly dead. All right, here we go. Well, it's not going to matter because I'm not attacking with solo, so it doesn't even matter this time. I have lethal. Let's see. Do we have? Because well, singularity. Only if I tap, but I'm gonna not have tapped. I don't think I have lethal. This I can't cast this because I'm gonna attack. So, but we're still ascending all. Yeah, that seems worth a keep, although it doesn't affect much here. Yeah, we're gonna get some blockers down, unequip the rabbit, or the sling. And then we still have seismic wave as well, so this is a fine setup for next turn. Tron really on team chat. And at this point, I can't jump in the air. Not sure. We might be dead to suit up, but I have no flyer blockers, so there's not much I can do about that. I guess, is there any way we could... Yeah, suit up, we're dead. 5 power ninjutsu, we're dead. Lot of ways we could die here. But there's nothing we can do about it except block the one thing we can block, which is this. So this smacks of us being dead. But let's make it happen. Make Saitama show us. But I feel dead here. Feeling deadish. Get Surge? How do we get it, though? It's here. Oh, Cycle Ronin, thank you. I didn't see where where it was from. Thanks, Alexis. Alexis, I thought you were on team chat, Alexis. See, nobody can be on team chat. Team chat is a lie. Team chat is a lie because you're all too focused on finding good lines. Saitama, blame Alexis. I won. Alexis won. I won.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
It had to be exactly all of that, too. Wow. Magic is something else. I would have seen... No, you don't know that I wouldn't have seen it. I just didn't see it before Alexis did. That's all we know, is that Alexis saw it first. I don't know, Tron. I legit don't know. I could say I could agree with you that I am highly unlikely to have seen it, but to say with absolute certainty I would not have seen it, no, I disagree. My brain constantly catches things right before I lock the keys in the car door. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I hadn't executed. I had multiple seconds for my brain to figure out that I was about to lock my keys in the car. I had multiple seconds. It was definitely still possible. But this is not me saying 100%. I'm saying I had this slim chance. You too might have seen it before we were actually dead. Lion Bug's up next, though. Let's keep it rolling. Multiple seconds is all it takes, Gadanmore. All right, this looks good. A little light on actual attacking 2-mana plays, but Sphere and Tempered say this is a fine place to start, especially Puzzle Maker making Tempered work. Or Companion. Yeah, it's my pride, not... That's what it is, not my inability to... So I can play an island. If I play an island, then we tip that we have a sphere. I don't want to cycle the sphere, although maybe I should. Should we just cycle the sphere and look for land? Maybe I'm the one being greedy here, trying to get max value out of sphere. Yeah, I've changed my mind. I was talking to myself to, like, disguise my sphere, when actually with only 2 land, I should absolutely use it. If I had more land, though, if like we had a nice clean plan for the first 3 or 4 turns, I would be greedy with this. But I'm not going to with only on 2 land. Or yeah, if we didn't have a 2-drop. But we have something to do on 2. Lion Bug with the excellent land choice. Yeah, I don't even know where to send a clip or what. Pride Schmide. I'm an attention hound. Send it. Embarrass me. Go ahead. Kind of want to just wave this thing because I don't want to lose my solitude. So let's kill it. The other thing we do is Searchlight, but then we're double blocking and not even killing it, so this thing's got to die. Yeah, we could jump with the token, but that's right. We end up with one. We do end up with one duder back. Doesn't seem worth it though. This is good. We get to, with no further pressure, get some more action online. And that's not a bad draw here as well. We can Puzzle Maker Sling, which I like over the Companion. If we had, like, some ninjas... Yeah, it may come back, but we have more setup time to actually be able to block it. This is a strong card, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of card in this format. Everybody's got something on the other side that's going to die if it connects. Hey, thank you, Canadian. Good sub, eh? Now we can attack Puzzle Puzzle Maker with Solitude alone. I can try again to stack correctly. You ready? I'm going to try and stack correctly. That's the big plan here. I will. Habits are hard. Habits are hard, but I'm trying. So far, it hasn't really punished me to miss that. But I'm going to do it this time. Leaving the land because of that. I am going to leave the sling down because my plan here is to Searchlight and make 3 blockers that can gang block the Tech Wrecker and actually threaten to get it. So here I am. Here we go. 1 attacker. That was packing materials. And here we go. Now, do we want this? Yeah. I'll take it because we can still do the Searchlight Companion thing. We could also do Specialist, and then Specialist and Sling could double block the Tech, but then Tech gets to take out Specialist. And what I like is a bunch of medium, 3 1/1s getting in front of a 1/3 Death Touch is like, that's kind of the best way to try and kill this thing if I don't have a reach out and kill it plan. And this is, of course, fraught with peril, that my plan is that I block with 3 1/1s and that it works. There's no guarantee that works. But if Lionbug doesn't attack, it probably is a signal that it would. Nothing can go wrong. It's only white-green. And just like that, we're chumping. So I'm going to throw the 1/1 in front of the Wrecker. I kind of like throwing these 2 in front of the Ace, though, and offering that trade. I don't know what we're going to do about this exactly. Maybe we just get value off this one more time and then accept that the Wrecker's going to get something. But maybe at 20, I don't care about the Ace, and I should leave more chumps. I think that's going to be my thought. Right. That's what I mean. We accept that, yep, it's going to eat a Solitude, but hey, we got value out of the Solitude, right? Silver linings. Kind of want to play the Restoration Specialist before the Synthesizer, but I also want to keep going with the Solitude play here, so I'm going to send in the Puzzle Maker again. Can I put it 3 from the top instead of the bottom? I mean, we have to bottom it because we can't cast it, but it's a big oof. It'd be fun to cast our Mythic. That's neat, though. Bounce that Wrecker. It's an answer. I like it. Synthesizer, if I did that, oh, yeah, but it doesn't, you can't ninjutsu from Solitude. Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's got ninjutsu, so I'm just letting him do it again. So what do we do about it then? I hear what you're saying now, sorry. Maybe that's not the thing to do. Maybe I just play enough to block it again. I mean, I can just bounce something else. And then look to gang block again. Ugh. Gross. And if I play the Specialist, what am I bouncing happily? Like this? The Ace, I guess. You bounce the Guide Bot, then they throw a counter around again. Ugh, like, we could. So nothing's good to bounce. In that case, maybe we just give up the Specialist and offer Specialist plus Companion for the Wrecker. But that seems fancy play as just a dodge for sucking it up and bouncing the Ace. All right, I'm going to do it. And now we're 2-for-1ing ourselves, but the Solitude is so good. I don't mind individual 2-for-1s on the road to protecting the Solitude because it makes up for that. This companion meme reminds me to tell you that I have some more memes to get in place, but have been too busy. My time's been focused on card wrangling this week, but this weekend I will get all new memes that I can find in my inbox put into the system, and I'll get a
My name is Doug.
listen
I
up
have
done this
just
weekend
met
too.
you, and I love you. Squirrel!
All right, kind of the attack I expected. The other thing we could do is just try and take out the 3/4 instead and give up the Solitude. There's a real case for that as well, as this is such a beast, but it doesn't have Death Touch. So eventually we can gang up on this enough to do something about it. I'm going to go with the triple on the Wrecker and cross fingers. Look how good this card is, though, what it's doing to us. It's probably GG right there. I'll keep playing, but we needed that to work, honestly. We needed that to work. If we play that, we could replay the Sphere. It feels too early to throw in the towel, but I'm not... The path to a victory here is not super realistic. I do think it starts with another Puzzle Maker attack, though. That is enough to block a turtle 1 for 1, so we probably keep that. And at this point, I almost want to synthesize trying for a land again, just because it's important. And if we swing and miss here, hey, we're getting a land out of the, getting something out of the way of getting our land count up. So yeah, I'm going to do that first. Maybe we find something else besides Ogre as well. All right, got the land there, and now we can cast the Ogre and cycle the Ronin. So much going on across the way, and only a small amount of mana. Just every turn adding value. One of my best decks so far was my green-white deck. I want to draft it more. It seems the enchantment synergies are just very strong, and it's got solid removal and interaction. I mean, if you're swinging away, I swing with the Guide Bot as well. I guess maybe you just don't want to trade off Guide Bot for the 1/1, but at this point, I'd be fine with that. All right, how do we survive? I don't know, but it starts with there, and then I do a count 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we take the rest and we're not dead. So that means we can take a moment to try and trade with something that has some value going on, like this. But again, we're in pretty dire straits. I don't know how we survive next turn, but I'm going to start with an extra card via the Ronin cycle. Too bad we can't get him to 10. Although I don't even think we could get to the point where we could cast this. So now I'm going to call the patient. I don't think we can win from here. I think it's fair to concede.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
Good work, Lion Bug. I think you just took the chat lead, didn't you? Or did I miss a... Oh, maybe our personal score. I'm not tracking any records I have against any individuals. Chat tends to do that for me. I mean, like, I don't care how many times I've beaten Timber or Timber's beaten me. Timber! Either way. Well, gotta keep, but not loving the lack of blue. Woof, woof.
My name is Doug. I have just met you, and I love you.
All right, something to cast. I'll
Squirrel.
take it. I will not offer that trade, though. Shocking. Island on top one time, please. I actually lost to this thing because I had no cards in my deck that could answer it at the point it got equipped, and at that point in the deck in the game there was nothing left in my whole library to deal with it. So let's oh man, I can make the Kieran not able to block, but I don't want, and yeah, there's nothing good about this except that at least it's better than nothing. I mean, I could move the battery onto this and attack and they wouldn't block, but that doesn't... No, maybe they would, and then I wouldn't want to lose my mana anyway. So we're just going to throw this out, and it's kind of boo earns, but here you go. Yeah, here we go. I can... Well, Seismic Wave is going to get the Naturalist and the Companion, or the Kieran and the Companion. What do we want to get? Well, how about a land? I'm making all these plans for my Seismic Wave, but, you know, eventually we got to cast it. Only artifacts. What a bummer. I don't know. Does it toggle that? Let's see. If I mute, does it affect that setting? No, it looks like mute and disable emotes are different functions. Maybe the different functions that do the same thing? Well, Timber's not going to need to be a sealed master to take this one. I guess I need to move the battery somewhere relevant. We'll throw it on a ogre so that it can trade with a 6/5, and it actually makes this a 3/3. So there's something. Now we'll get a land because it's way too late. Like, it's just wildly too late now. Yep. And gotta take out the Flyer and the Companion. Don't have time to take out the Naturalist here. Oh, magic being magic. Good thing I've got silly things to click on. Well, at least the companion isn't being bounced. Top. We got this! He only went top. Well, this is me waiting to die. Here's some legal magic plays. I hope you enjoy them. Oh, so classic. Good timing, Island. Good timing.
Where are we going? To Neverland. Neverland. Oh, but
Are you sure that was a game, or are you thanking me for the practice? Well, nobody particularly liked this card pool as we were deck building, and my game luck has been even worse than my pool luck. And my opponents have had good decks with good draws and good play. I'm happy to have one win right now. That was Magic at its worst for me. It's like, maybe not at its worst because I had some things I could do, but sitting around waiting to die is just not great. We do have the voltage surge on 1 on the draw, though, so I like that. We get to play, maybe we'll pick off a 2-drop on 1, which is just my favorite thing to do in the world. Such that I'm not even going to play this kunai, we're just going to go for it. I mean, there's a lot of sagas that make this not work, but there's still enough 2 toughness, 2 drops in the world that I like setting up for this potentiality as opposed to dropping the kunai. Yeah, good point, too. We want to follow with artifacts here. Just so. Yeah, it seems to be our the thing we get. Next turn we get to open on Synthesizer. And at least we know we won't reveal our Swirling Sky. Wait, didn't that happen too? Deja vu. And it's a rare. What the hell's going on? Nice. Man, Kunai, pick off the vigor. We'll get to this thing later. Next turn, we can solo send the Upriser to trigger the Yamakaze to get back the Kunai. Oh no, it says, oh no, that works. It does work. Yes, it does work. Boy, is it going to work fast enough? This thing is now close to out of range of this. One more land and we can't kill this without... Well, we do have the deal 4 with the right help. We also are close to casting our 6/6 for the first time. I have to give this up. It's a suicide attack, but I don't know what else to do about it. Because I want to get this thing dead before it grows? I don't know. This is so silly. Why do I have to face 2 Architects of Restoration? Maybe a third if Alexis is hinting at anything. Okay, they didn't go for it. Good. Like maybe the threat of Surge helped there. But here comes a land, here comes a 4/4 lifelinker, and man, what next? Or maybe not. Maybe I do get a chance to kill the naturalist at least. I mean, this 8/9 is obviously a beast, but we can... Ah! For a second, I was like, maybe? No, no. Nope. Well, if you bring the 4/4, I'm snap blocking with my 4/4. We can't just sit around not taking this offer. I mean, I don't know how we deal with this, but I can't not do this. Let's not be too hasty. At least this we can bounce, you know, if we need to chump with our dragon, or we can trade off a double block to trade off dragon and get results. I have hope thanks to the swirling sky here. I mean, if this is a blank, it could even be a land and it's still okay. Exactly. We're just gonna try and... well, what I want to do is trade and bounce other stuff. Yeah, we're still just putting everything in front. It just changes from a double to a triple. Oh, except 6, 7, 8, 9. Except it, I forgot that it goes to 11. This one goes to 11, gang. I know that I can block with a dragon, but the idea was to not do that. Anyway, well, it's all we've got. All right, so if we bounce, we can certainly kill the architect through bouncing the Born to Drive, which seems correct. So we're just going to go total mana value 6. So this is 3. We get the tokens for free, which is nice. And then the other ones are questions of whether we even want that. We could do our own, like we bounce this. And maybe even the kunai if we're looking to bring back Patchwork Automaton. Yeah, we can't bounce this, or they can make it huge. That's the other thing. We could also not do that and just bounce all this, and then they lose both the Born to Drive and the Architect. Although in that case, they gain the companion recasting these companions. So that's super interesting line possibilities here. So the question, so the value question then becomes: do we want them to have a Born to Drive and a companion, and the companion's already down, or do we want them to have a recastable companions but no Born to Drive? I think recasting the companions is probably more value than them having a Born to Drive. So I'm kind of with you, Shen. I really don't like giving card draw when... Yeah, let's just deny... Let's just do that. I'm with you. I think this is correct. I forgot that leaving the battlefield was going to trigger. Oh well. No singularity for us. Not that there was a good card here. We don't want to do it to their face or either of these creatures, really. Searchlight Companion for us. Channel to create pilots at instant speed. So a couple instant speed pilots are available if we were to send in the but we can just put it here. Let's do this. And then ooh, I should have... Well, I want the patchwork anyway, so this is fine for now. I mean, 10 to the face doesn't matter much, right? I know you're giving me the sarcasm emote, but like, yeah, 10 to the face, I'd take it, but it probably actually doesn't impact the game outcome that much. 10 to the face right now. Maybe if we get into an advantaged position, gives Papa fewer draws, which is certainly relevant, but not necessarily game ending. And then we're going to go shields down on being able to throw this kunai because I'm going to play the land and go automaton into companion. Good draw. Scry 2, very good right now for Papa. Not to mention, eventually, board presence. Ronin is nice for the automaton, little combo there. And could suit it up even, and, well, who are we attacking with? Probably just the Renegade again. So, almost doesn't matter when I do this, because the automaton's going to grow. But for just heuristically, I just want to grow this pre-con. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to attack with it, right? Yeah, it is. It's just not as big. If I could move, you know, I could attack with. Yes, I could attack with a 2/2, but let's go ahead and attack with the 5/3. Granted, 5/3 could be traded with this, but that's fine. Do it. I say do it. Although, you know, now I see my mistake was not cracking the synthesizer and giving us something to target with this. Should have done that. Yeah, I should have, especially since I wasn't getting value there, Alexis. In my head, I'm doing this value loop, but there was no value loop there. So that was just a mistake. And we'll leave them with one pilot behind and accept this offer. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of. I was thinking they threw an extra body on, but that the body wouldn't survive. Never mind. I knew they had to put an extra on, or else Yamazaki could have saved it, right? So that's what I was thinking. Oh, they threw the extra on, so they'll have the extra behind. But the extra died anyway because the power was so big. Yeah. I was in a toughness brain, not a power brain. Now. Even though it's a mistake to have not done it pre-combat like I should have, I am going to crack the synthesizer now. And looking like sweeper or bust for Papa, which is good, but watch with how it's going for me today. Here comes sweeper incoming, right? Should I equip the sling? It does increase the power. Well, no, that thing's dead. Yeah, let's hook up the monkey. But where are we putting it? We want it on like the 1/1. Just make the least impressive thing a little better, or maybe companion. Make the flyer bigger. Let's do that. And yeah, equipping does dodge sweeper too. So is Ronin. I mean, it's not the best thing to have in here. You know, like just having a 1/1 and a 2/2. Maybe not the best, but it's better than zeros. Nice. Kami, so good. All this value. So now I could hook up, re-equip the sling to the 2/2 to make it a 3/3, and then, but let's just pick off the Kami and then but I should do that. I should move the star to the 1/1, pick off the Kami, and attack with everything. And Ronin it up as well. Yeah, we can hold the land. We don't need any more really out. We've exiled our big damage spell. That's true. I could have put the kunai on the Vig, so they should be at 8. Good read, Johnny. My mistake. We'll leave the equip there, though. It's one of those. I mean, magic often produces enough of an advantage for one player that their mistakes simply stop costing them games, you know? Not that mistakes don't cost games, but that's why I talk about free lessons all the time, and why I talk about how much you can screw up in Magic and still win, because making a mistake doesn't cost you a game in the abstract. Speaking of mistakes, are we keeping this? They're at 9. Let's actually do some math. We know what's in hand. In hand is nothing. A channel. So land can become something. So there effectively is and it would become. You need a blocker. So 2, 1, 2, 3, a 5/5. So effectively, virtually, Papa Get has a 5/5 and a 2/2. So with that. Biggest gets blocked, second biggest gets blocked. We attack with the Ronin. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not lethal. So maybe I should cycle this for a card rather than additional non-lethal. Although playing this makes this a 6/6 and becomes something they can't just trade with a 5/5. That seems worth it. So that my ultimate conclusion is to keep it. Oh, wait, hey, we could move the sling to the automaton and then we still don't need it. So I think you're right, Hat. The other thing it's possible because they don't have the luxury to block a 2/2 here, right? So yeah, let's keep it. We could move the sling to Yamazaki, but what does that do? Nothing, because the 5/5 still just eats it. I mean, it ensures a point of damage, I guess, from the block, because we know they have to block it. And we have the extra mana, so I guess that's worth it. It's one extra, but it doesn't change it. It just means the point of damage is moving from the companion over here. So it doesn't change anything. I'm going to go. At least my read is it doesn't change anything. But you get Monkey would be an extra point on the general too because of its ping, but it's not. It's the same point. It doesn't increase our damage at all. It keeps it the same. So Enlightenment's going to chump the 6/6. 5/5 is going to eat the 3/3. We get in for a big smack anyway, and hope to have lethal next turn. I'm going to play one more land. You like Unequipped Monkey? I'm still playing around Wrath effects with that. And we can chump the 5/5 if we're worried about Pump killing us. Yeah, that's true. Ronin does do that. Okay.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
The game's Papa really had me on the ropes and my mythic bailed me out. That was some interesting decisions throughout that game, though. If you check out the replay from my side, you'll see a lot of tanking as we were trying to figure things out. Were all of our creatures artifacts? That's kind of funny. If actually the correct way to Wrath would have been Wrath all artifacts there. All right, Alexis has been hinting at, I expect a green-white deck because we've been seeing a bunch and Alexis is like, wait till you play me. So predicting green-white. Let's see if there's some matching cards in it. Good luck, Alexis. Hot start. Well, if the samurai didn't have vigilance, I would have played that turn differently for sure. To not lose to one removal spell. Or to one pump spell. Five, 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 as our friend Kenji would say. Artificer next, probably. Barring something. That's nice, too. What do we want here, though? Ronin, hold up, Surge. Nah, let's just get the Artificer going. Oh, Alexis mulled to 6. And when I saw that she mulled to 6, I immediately started chanting for 5. Holding up a Voltage Surge for the flip side of this enchantment critter, and it's going to telegraph it a bit, but I'm cool with that. I'm going to go... Well, actually, we could hold Puzzle Maker. What about... Yeah, actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to go Ronin. Ooh, Alexis is pausing here, so I got to keep that in mind as well. Mike says just one 1/4 flyer. I'm going to do this. I'm doing my best to disguise the Surge. Maybe I don't need to do that. But this gets more damage in. I know the Saga won't have haste. That's not the point. I just don't want to let Alexis know that I have that. I just don't want to telegraph so clearly what I'm doing. Although this telegraphs too, because why would I not hook up the Kami? Doesn't. I mean, I think that Puzzle Maker versus running this stuff out is a reasonable debate anyway. We could bolt the bird. Yeah, it's true. But I also got a damage in with the 1/3, so there's that. And this won't be able to attack forever, so I don't know. I hear you, Mike. But I think our plays were actually pretty close. Right, I'm saying I don't think necessarily that is for sure the best. Might not have been worth it. I'm just saying it was close. If it was a mistake on my part, not a large one. Yeah, let's focus on the real new question, which is, are we bolting the bird or bolting the raider? The thing about the raider is this can come back and start doing work again. Like, I like getting rid of these things before they, before you can ninjutsu them and saga. Now, it doesn't have haste, so it's not going to ninjutsu us this turn, but you hear what I'm saying. That being said, letting Alexis ramp to 4 when she is stuck on, she's down a card, maybe is how she gets out of it. So with the Puzzle Maker looking to go over the head of this thing anyway, and the Kunai and the Surge both setting up to be able to do the work we need for removing, I will bolt the bird. I think the reason to bolt the bird here, if anything, is because we have the Kunai for later. Again, Mike, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying if I'm wrong, it's not a huge percentage point chunk is my only point. All right, and Alexis didn't have a 4th land, had to go for that play. So I think that ended up okay for us. Now we're going to go, we can attack with Ronin. We're going to equip, kill, Or are we? We could go Renegade, equip, kill, attack. Or if we forsake a Ronin attack, we can get the puzzle maker going this time. But I want the captain dead now. And that means either equipping the Ronin with it or the Artificer with it. So I guess that means it just kind of has to be the Renegade plan. Because I'm going to go like so. Like so. Oh yeah, I can hold Ronin off. We'll just do Renegade now. That works too. But I wanted this dead. Maybe I was just supposed to put it on the Ronin. I think I screwed up that turn. I'm probably supposed to go Ronin, equip, kill with Ronin, and then I could play the Puzzle Maker. Yeah, that would have been better. Whoa. That's just rude. What are you supposed to do about that? Surge. We get like 3 for 1 ourselves to get rid of one of them, to get rid of half a card. Anyway, no attacks, so I guess we're moving on. Bye, Ronin. Well, we need that to be something to do. I don't know how we draw a complete blank here and come up with a win. Now I've got to send the Puzzle Maker just to scry. And see, like, great, a land. So we keep it so that we can cast the Specialist? Like, that doesn't seem like a game-winning play. We need to bin it looking for our Bounce Ninja. Bounce Ninja gets rid of one of these tokens and then allows for the bodies to trade for the other. And so we got to go for that. We can't be looking to cast the Specialist in hand. That's what made it such a blank. Like, we can't even pursue casting it to survive here. It's a total blank in this spot. And now I'm also wondering, like, because in order, like, if we do draw our Specialist, then we still need 5 points of damage, which is every single one of our creatures on the board plus the incoming Specialist, which is, it's a 2/2, right? Yeah, a Mana War 2/2. So the scary part is we have to take the incoming damage as well. We can't, and if Alexis picks off any of these creatures, our plan is shot too. So we have a 1-outer. We got a 1 in 28 chance to even draw the card that I can come up with that gives us any chance. Tamio's Completion might buy us another extra turn. What else? I'm just looking at my deck here, looking for answers in the case of no Specialist. But I really believe that it is... Tamio's Completion is a risky consolation prize that might give us a chance, but really I think we're on the only the one. Also, Alexis could beat us here with a trick or something, but again, we can't beat that, so we gotta pretend like she doesn't have it. If there was a chance, it is now gone. Good game, Alexis. Powerful rare. All right, time to break Mama and Dionysus's hearts. Ooh, battery is an alternative to the surge, but Automaton says play the battery after, so I'm going to keep the surge play up again. Besides, Skeeve needs to play a forest and a uncommon lifelink enchantment cost reducer. Not quite, but similar. We'll take it. Pulling that play off 3 times in one event is reward enough for me. I can go 2 and 5 now. Snap pass from Skeeve. That makes me kind of want to temper battery, but no, we'll go... Well, we're definitely playing the battery. The question is, do we equip the battery or play the tempered? If we play the tempered now, it does nothing but randomly exile one of our cards. I mean, it doesn't change anything, but I'll attack first. Actually, with the haste, I'll just attack for 3. That's the thing. We just won't even bother attacking solo this turn. That works fine. Yeah. Swing both works fine. Straightforward sequencing here. Skeeve is in trouble, stuck on land. I was there earlier, Skeeve. I know who those feels. We all do. We all do. Guess I was supposed to play Artificer pre, but I was trying to leave as much mana open as possible for the Solitude, so it's a trade-off. It's not a clear, for sure, one way or the other type deal. Generally, I think you want to leave your mana open for Solitude. Then get 1 extra point in. Ogre shows up. Nice timing. We're gonna we have some 1 mana red cards, so we're gonna leave a red open here. And I could save the Artificer. I guess at 14 we probably want the mana. Yeah, that's true. There was no real need because they weren't blocking anyway. That's a fair point. But we can attack with the Ogre. Let's do that. Then it matters. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I don't know why not all. Because actually I forgot. I thought, gang, I was attacking because I thought this could still block. I got distracted by the question of the whole move, and by the time I figured that out, I was thinking of this as a blocker still. That's why. It's not a good reason, but it's why. I guess there's no reason to reconfigure that, so I won't. Look, it is green too, so it could have been the uncommon signpost. Looks like in classic fashion, Skeeve got the mana with the turn it was too late, right? And I think just wave and swing is good. Is there any way? Yeah, then there's just one blocker. Maybe I'm supposed to unattach the rabbit. I think that's correct. There we go. All right, finished on a hair toss at least. Chat got the week though. Good job, chat.
Baby, how you feeling?
Congrats to all the winners. Thanks for playing to all the losers. I was more loser than winner, so thanks for playing, Ryan. Sorry, Skeeve. You got the Raffle Stomp to close it out, but I got stomped myself a bit here, so we can go nurse our stompings together. Chat got the week. I got a stomp here and there, and 3 times on the draw, I shocked my opponent's grizzly bear, so I'm as happy as could possibly be. Yeah, it's true. Good job, chat. I feel like I've been on a roll. Chat winning the week is a step in the right direction. Maybe we'll go shopping next Friday, Mama. And D, what's in the store these days anyway? Having thought about it since Tron, I'm like 100% that I would have caught it just in time. Yeah, thinking it through, yeah. That's what would have happened. Yeah. Daily deals are terrible. Oh yeah, I can play out Wednesday. Why not? It's not even noon yet. Let's do that. I need to get games won on this account anyway. So sure, we'll finish it up. All wins are mine. If I'm so charming that you can't help but help me win, that's on you, and I get credit. 100% credit. And that's exactly what it was. Charm. No other reason. So don't even go there. No. Wait. Where do I... Am I crazy? How do... But... I have an event in progress. Tell me how to get there. Oh, play, sure. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, I was trying up here. You get, I get UI switched, and then I forget how to use old UI. God damn. Maybe I shouldn't play this out. I'm just gonna set up to lose. So now we're in a, what, we're 5-1 here? Oh, with this deck that's breaking my brain to play? Great. I can't even remember how the UI in this game works, and I'm going to play more Magic. This is going to be funny. Hot start, though. Maybe with really hot starts, it'll be easy. And we'll just pick up 2 quick wins. Guess we can go Modern Age over Prowler, but Prowler... If we do Prowler, it's just going to get blocked by the Sling is the thing, right? There's nothing, I just don't see it. I'm going to play Modern Age because the Prowler doesn't do anything on this board. I suppose it's true that to threaten this thing, that's fair. That's fair. What are we getting rid of here? Are we being greedy and going land? You know me, of course I am. And yeah, I'm gonna pitch a land. I'm too greedy. I'll ditch Octopus next. Boy. I don't know if I'm going to play the next one. I don't even want to be playing this game right now, gang. I'm not plugged into this at all, and it's a complicated deck. Probably going to bail after this game. It's like, I'm not having fun right now. Magic choices are feeling like homework, not pleasure. So that's a sign. Tron says 2-4. Mike says master and equip. Master and equip is the thing that threatens the Soul Ripper no matter what they do. But it gains menace if they sack, so then we can't even block in that case either. So what is that accomplishing? Well, I might as well just play Prowler and Sword at that point. I'm going to go 2-4. I'm running out of Hourglass. Maybe my lack of enthusiasm for playing this game right now isn't going to matter because this is too hot of a start from them. I thought our opener looked amazing too, but that's draw versus play for you as well. Also, I didn't run Mike's play, which if we had played the Prowler to threaten the 4-3, or was it Alexis and Mike, maybe we're talking about threatening the 4-3 at least? Apprentice sacrificing to augment the thing is also scary because that thing could be a 6-5 menace attacking here. But yeah, we can just complete the Soul Ripper, and then it would be totally... we say that I'm rarely punished. Well, we might see me punished for being land greedy, because I think Alexis is right that at this point, our only hope is... oh, wow, I would have... I guess Decoy gets you a card, but the Apprentice is so tempting to just make that thing massive and unblockable. We're going to go ahead and block the Iron Apprentice. Presumably they throw the counter around. Oh, okay, there you go. They had it all figured out. Well, land completion. Yeah, there you go. Maximum punishment. Perfect way to end the day. I'm going to go Prowler, equip. least we have technically 2 blockers here, so we're only mostly dead right now.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
What if you have no other artifacts in your draft yet, Rob? Checkmate. Well, I think we go to 1 here. We're still not dead. The... Oh no, we are dead because it's 7. It goes to 7. I was doing the math of 4 plus 5 plus 6, but it's 5 plus 6 plus 7. Oh, but see, they didn't do it right. Oh, this is not blocking, though, so now we are dead. Man, so many ways for Oppo to kill us. But there you go. Yet, reason number 400 that I'm not going to finish this. My brain's not in a good magic place, both for decision-making or pleasure, so why would I press the play button? Which I can't find anyway. So, sorry. I would rather show you no magic than bad magic, or magic I know is going to be bad. So, let's move on.
Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah. Oh.
Sorry, I'm not going to give you a full reblob, but I'll give you this.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
I gave the reading meme a refund, and I'm going to find a raid target, unless somebody else wants to. Yeah, I'm going to play in the open at some point. I find, every time I'm going to play unless life is just completely dominating my landscape in some way that makes it impossible, I will play every limited arena open they offer. But and before I go, we can talk about that real quick. You know, Tron was talking about how Tron is 100% day 2 qualification on first try in arena opens. I am 100% in failing to make day 2. I've never made day 2 of an open. I have thrown different numbers of bullets at each one, but I've probably taken 7 to 10, maybe not 10, 7 or 8, 9 in that range of attempts at arena opens, and I'm over. I've gotten 6 wins. I've come close to day 2ing, but I have yet to day 2 an arena open, and it can be really frustrating. It can be really frustrating when it does not break your way on ostensibly the most important tournament you're going to play in, because it's the one where you can get cash out of it. I would not take that many attempts if I didn't multi-account. I also don't pay for these attempts. I'm really happy about the arena open system because it actually gives me something to do with the stockpiles of gold and gems that I end up hoarding because of multi-accounting and being net positive on arena because of multi-accounting. So, anyway, I'm sure hoping that I day 2, but I'm also, I got it locked in. You know, the happiness is the delta between expectations and reality. So I'm setting my expectations. Ryan, you're going to do your best. You're going to throw a couple bullets at it, but it is hard to get 7 wins in any given event. You don't just get 7 wins handed to you. It's difficult. So be ready to not make it again, Ryan. Chances are you're not going to make day 2 unless you throw like 5 or 6 bullets at it. Maybe, like, I wonder where the number of attempts becomes a 50% proposition for me. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan just takes X swings at it, he's over 50% to make day 2. I'm not sure what that number is, but it's not it's not 1. It's probably not 2. It's hard to qualify for day 2. So if you don't make it and you give it several attempts, if you give it 6 attempts and you don't make day 2, try not to let it get to you. It's just the variance of these big events, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, but it's fun. Ostensibly, that's why we do it. I'm going to try it, and I'm looking forward to it. So just setting my personal expectations and sharing that with you in case it's helpful to you. And we do have a raid captain. Court of Calls is the selection. Thanks for playing, competitors. Thanks for coordinating. Mods, Mama, Hat, much appreciated, as always. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats to chat for taking me down this week. Glad I got 3 wins out of that one. It's getting a little hot under the collar. Looking like shopping might have been necessary, but I staved it off at the last moment. All right, say hi to Alex, and we'll catch you on Monday, gang. Have a good one.